So the three basic elements that are needed for your social media. Hey everybody, Chef Katrina here, and welcome to the Chef's Table. And today we are building the spoon. As I've shared with you guys before, if you've been watching me, if you're brand new, welcome. Let me know where you're at, where you're from, and just kind of drop a little bit of information around you for sure, because love to meet my viewers. But we're talking about the building of the spoon. If you guys have been watching me for a little bit, we talk about how the spoon is the layers of your business. Every time you have your business, you're putting it together, we are basically layering in your business. This is all the behind the scenes stuff, the things that are important for your business, but aren't the things that necessarily have the immediate impact with your business, right? They're going to have an impact. They will absolutely have one of the biggest impact. These are the slow burns. These are the things that may take a little bit longer for you to get done, but they're critically important, okay? So today I want to talk with you about your social media, understanding how to use it, specifically around setting up profiles on social media. One of the big missing elements that comes up quite a bit, I always have everyone ask me, how do you set up your social media? How do you set up your profile? What should be in it? All of this. And these are the great questions to ask, because this is the basics of building a business. So with social media, I want to let you know that there are some basic elements to this. And what that looks like is that when you build out your first social media page, whether it's your Facebook profile, whether it's your business page, my recommendation is that if you are looking to do personal branding, and I think for many of us in the network marketing industry, personal branding is actually the easiest thing for us to do. The reason I point towards a lot of personal branding when I talk and share about how to build a business online for the network marketing industry is because with personal branding, you're able to shift. If something should happen with a company you're with, or something should happen with the lifestyle you're in, or something happens, you yourself have the ability to shift businesses without it impacting your social media presence or pages. So from my perspective, and this is just years of what I've been teaching, building your personal brand is a lot easier, because if you think about it, you guys know people like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is not just a basketball player. He retired from the industry. He became an actor. He's a father. He's a husband. So he's got so many different elements from him. But the brand itself, who he is at his core, his integrity, his core presence, his core values are who he is, right? Honestly, we respond a lot to our name. I heard this in the kitchen when I was first getting started as a manager and I was being trained. They said, if you really want to capture someone's attention, call them by their first name, because everybody loves to hear the sound of their name. They respond to it instantaneously. If you hear someone scream out a name, everybody looks, because it's just, we want to be acknowledged. We love the recognition, the acknowledgement. So building a personal brand allows for us to be able to be recognized for who we are. And people search people, honestly. We're always looking for the human connection, not necessarily the business connection, right? So the human element of personal branding is really one of the key elements, and being yourself inside of this. So when you're looking at what should I do? What should I call my business? How should I start this? It might be your name. Now, if your name is a common name and it is taken, then look for variations of it. I've seen everything like Meet XYZ. I've also seen like Coach XYZ or The Real XYZ. I've seen multiple variations of how people can set up their name to claim what I call their social media presence, okay? When you have your social media name picked out and you put it up there, the first thing you're going to want to do is your picture, okay? Really, really important that we see your face. Social media is all about facial recognition. So when you are on social media, people want to connect with you. Every time you write a post, next to that post is your face. You guys will see it here. Even now, you guys are watching me and you're commenting, and I'm sharing your comments. You're going to see your face pop up next to that comment. This is that facial recognition. This is the acknowledgement piece that you want to be known for. You want people to get familiar with your face and your name, okay? These are the two key elements up here. Now, I will tell you this, that if you're going to be here on Facebook and then maybe you're heading over to YouTube, you want to have the same facial image. You actually want to have a very close replication of your profile image, so that people see congruency wherever they see you on the internet, whether they're following you on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. You want that consistency around the visual. Very, very, very important. So have the same profile image set up for each different platform that you're on, but make sure it's consistent, especially if you're just getting started. Now, as you get more and more popular in brand, you can have kind of a little bit of variation, but you really want to stay as close to that original image as possible. Is keep that original name also too. So whatever you're choosing to have as your brand on Facebook, make sure you can get that brand over on YouTube and Twitter and everywhere else. Now, I'm not telling you that you need to be everywhere else, but there is something about just owning your social media branding so that it can't be sold to you later on, because I've actually heard of this happening to a couple of good friends of mine. So it kind of kept me in the know that maybe I want to do that for myself. The second thing you really want to look at is your cover photo. Your cover photo pretty much follows you everywhere on social media. Now, it's not the first thing people see. Now, especially on social media, when you post on social media, your profile picture ranks. Your profile picture is what they're going to see with every comment. They're going to see that in the news feed. They're going to see that everywhere. And having a cover photo, especially on your business page and even here on your personal profile page, and even especially on YouTube, that cover photo really gives an idea of what people to expect. So if they're searching you, they click on it, they go there, that cover photo gives them an idea of how you're serving people, what you're about, how you're helping them. So you want to have this kind of be relatable. You want to have this be part of your core value again, maybe highlighting some of the things you do. So really important, but that cover photo is another key element to your overall branding. And the great thing is that cover photo can be updated. And I've seen different ways marketers have used that as another way to engage or to remind people that they're there. So that cover photo doesn't have to stay stagnant. It can move, it can change, it can be updated. And if you're wondering, well, how often should it be updated? That's completely up to you. There are many people up here that will say, oh, you got to do it at this time and this. I'm not somebody that says you have to do everything exactly at the exact time, but I will say that it does help when you change things up a bit, okay? The third and final piece of the puzzle that you really want to look at is your bio. Anything in your bio information, your about information, those are key elements of communicating. This is your communication of who you are and what you do. Really, it is like, what is it that you do for them? Remember, marketing is all about serving other people. It's about connecting to other human beings. See, we're not just a lead. We're not just a conversion. We're not just a sale, right? There's a person on the end of every single one of those. And a lot of the times marketers teach us to kind of dehumanize the marketing process, which I think is the biggest mistake we can make. We need to look at is that I have a new person that said yes to taking a look at my information. You want to start to get to know the names. You want to get to start to know the names of the people following you. It's really critically important, I think, especially nowadays, is we want to be recognized for that. So it's not a lead, it's a person. It's like I have somebody that said yes to me, somebody that's wanting this information, right? They're not just a sale. They're not just a wallet that opened up. Right? This is a person that could have a family, that could be looking to build a business, that could be looking to change their lifestyle, that could be looking, you never know why, right? But you want to be able to connect with people on there. So having an about me section in your bio, it's like, who are you serving? How are you helping people out? What is it that you want to be known for? And I will tell you this, when I first got started online, the first thing I had started to learn just because of the area I was in was blogging. I was actually, my mentors back then, about 14 years ago, said the way to get and build an online business, especially a network marketing business back then, and even still today, I still believe this to be true, was to have your own blog. So I learned how to blog a lot, right? Wasn't my favorite thing. I would by no means ever say that I was a good writer. I'm an excellent blogger, but a horrible writer. Because when you blog, it doesn't have to be about your grammar. It doesn't have to be about the structure of a paper. It really is about communicating effectively the information that's being searched for and looked at, right? So when I did this, I actually created a blogging course, and I started teaching a lot around blogging. I talked a lot about plugins and branding and SEO and all that other fun stuff. And I got really well known for this, but I also had inside of me going, I don't want to be known for this forever. Like I don't want to be tech support. I don't want to be, this person over a long period of time, but it was a stepping ground into teaching. It was a stepping ground into seeing who I could help and serve. So over the years, my first place that I started to serve was I started to serve the network marketing industry and teaching them how to blog. And having made that decision, it started me down a path And that path has led me to where I am today, right? I've met extraordinary mentors. I've had incredible opportunities. I've been able to impact thousands, hundreds of thousands of lives in the network marketing industry space, right? I've been able to do things that if it wasn't for me taking that step and saying, this is not where I want to be definitively at the end, but at least taking the path and seeing where it led me, I would never be where I am right now. So that's why I say that sometimes you just have to start on the path, right? Sometimes you just have to go down the path, and it might feel like, I'm not sure if I want to do this forever. Take the path. Commit to walking down as far as you need to go, and you'll know, trust me, you'll know when maybe things need to shift. But along that journey, you're going to meet extraordinary people. And it's in meeting extraordinary people that you have more opportunities that become available to you. You have an opportunity to really grow into your leadership, into your business skills, into your opportunity, right? And so it starts by you first creating that presence online, letting people know, like, your picture, creating that cover photo, getting that bio or about me section. How are you going to serve people? And know that none of this is permanent. With social media, we can be updating images, photos, context, everything all the time. This is not set in stone. And to understand this requires, getting to know individuals, getting to know the entrepreneurs. See, what I discovered over the last few years was that it was critical that I surround myself with entrepreneurs. I was always looking to be part of the VIP groups when I went to events. I was always willing to pay the extra price because the ability to have one-on-one conversations with my mentors, with other leaders in this industry, allowed for me to get a little nugget every single time that added onto my path, that added an element that moved my business forward. And normally, to get access to these types of VIPs and leaderships, you do have to pay a couple extra $100, couple extra $1,000, maybe even tens of $1,000s to get access to individuals at this level, right? I've never charged $10,000 for my services yet. If I do, when I do. But the thing is that that's what's possible, right? But I also know when I was hungry, when I was just getting started, when I was either frustrated or couldn't figure out what to do next in my business, it was time for me to find a new group of individuals that might spark something inside of me that I didn't know was missing. Maybe drop just one nugget. I know my good friend Debbie Morton says this all the time. I go to all these masterminds and I enroll myself in masterminds, not for the whole training. Some of it I may already know, but I'm looking for that one nugget that shifts my business forward, right? And it's the same thing for me. I'm always looking for that one nugget that shifts and moves my business forward. So one of the things I share with you is this Freedom Challenge. You guys will see it down below. This is a 5-day challenge. And this is where, if you're looking to move your business forward, this is your opportunity, right? This is a complimentary challenge. You'll be surrounded by entrepreneurs from every walk of life. You're going to meet multi-millionaires. You're going to meet those that are just getting started in the business. You're going to be able to access and learn from so many people. And my printer just kicked on, so you might hear that in the background. So I just want to share with you that when you're building your business online and when you're getting started, having access to a challenge like this, I wish I had access to this type of training when I first got started, because I would have done what I needed to do a lot sooner and faster. But it was because of this that things really began to shift even for me in my business. And I've seen the extraordinary impact it's had on thousands of entrepreneurs and the difference it's made in their business, right? I've seen them do the first things that they've never done before. I've seen them take leaps and bounds into the unknown, knowing that they're supported by an amazing community of entrepreneurs that can give them a little bit of information depending on where they're at. So I invite you to take part in this. See for yourself what's possible, right? See, on the other side of our challenge is probably our greatest belief of what's possible. So I invite you to take part in this challenge. The link is down below. It's scrolling across the bottom. So join me. Let's have some fun. And I hope you're having an amazing day. And it's travel day. So I'm off to see the great big wide world. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow on the next Chef Tables. With that, have an amazing day. And I look forward to also seeing you inside this challenge. I promise you, this will have one of the biggest impacts on your business. And I look forward to being on this journey with you. So have a good one, everyone.